can, yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay, sounds good. Hi, everyone. I'm just going to play the Connect Together ad video before we start. So I share my screen. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know if I shared sound. Hold on, let me do that again. Okay.
ConnecTogether creates opportunities for people living with disabilities by providing information, resources, and programming geared towards greater inclusion and quality of life. Check out some of the programs we offer through our online learning platform, ConnecTogether, including our Service Mondays, where we highlight a local organization or initiative, Wednesday Chair Yoga with Bobby Seal-Kobisky, Thursday Adapted Fitness with Megan Williamson. Friday Rotating Dance Classes hosted by Janice Lawrence and Joanne Cuff. And other initiatives, including presentations by the Disabled Independent Gardeners Association's Growable program and our Perspective series. Check out our updated programs calendar on our website, connectra.org, or find us on Facebook at Connectra Society.
Okay, well, that is everything on my end, so I'll hand it off to Megan now.
Awesome, thank you, Jasmine. All right, hello everybody. Welcome Thursday workout with Megan today. Today's theme, which we usually have. Oh wow, quite a few people popped in during that video. Awesome. We are going to be doing some rowing, aka pulling, and rotations. There we go. Awesome. So for that today, we are going to be using a few pieces of equipment. So we're going to be using our dowel, which I usually ask you to have. Should be longer than your shoulders so that we can, oops, here we go. I just shouldn't touch things on here while I'm talking. Longer than your shoulders, and make sure that you can hold it nice and easy in your hand. So if you find that it's slippery, you might want to get like some gloves or have something that's going to help you with that. That would be ideal. Okay, then the next thing we're going to do, which is hold something that's weighted. So I'm showing with a weight, but you don't need to have a dumbbell. So not everybody has a dumbbell at home. So I would just recommend holding something that has a little bit of weight to it that's really comfortable to hold. So that could be like a water bottle, a soup can, a wine bottle, anything that you have that would be doable for you. Okay. I'm not going to give a weight restriction on this. I'm just going to say weighted, and then you can kind of see what we're doing and decide from there. I will say though, if you are somebody that requires a bit of support when you're doing something, like if you're going to bend over or if you're reaching and you have weight in one side, you might want to keep the weight just a little lighter. Okay. Or use a chest strap. Okay. So only one. So you only need one. And then we're going to be using bands. So I'm just demonstrating with this one. Color doesn't always tell us the whole story because it depends on the brand. So just go by tension. So if you have a few bands, I would just have them all on standby. And then depending on what I demonstrate, you can kind of play from there, which resistance of band works. If you only have one band, great, have it out. Another option is having like tights or yoga pants. Those can be a really good option if you don't have a band. Okay. All right. So get those pieces of equipment. Option for those of you that like to use a ball during release work. I'm not requiring it, but we are going to do a little bit of release work in our pecs and neck. So feel free if you want to use a ball instead of your fingertips, like I'm demonstrating, that's an option as well. Okay. Some of us, it's just, we don't have a lot of strength in our hands and our fingers. And sometimes using the palm is easier to move a ball around. So whatever works best for you. Okay. So sitting up nice and tall, feet flat on your foot plates or on the floor. Roll those shoulders back to start. Slight chin tuck. And then we're going to start with that pec. So we're going to work right into that pec muscle. If you're female or you have breast tissue, it's going to look a little different. You're going to kind of go in and around where the muscle is, which lies deeper. Hey, if you're male or you weren't born with breast tissue, you can work straight across. It's going to look a little bit more like a diagonal right across the chest. Okay, so finding your area there. we're trying to get into the areas that maybe are tight, or they feel tender, or maybe they are feeling like a guitar string. Okay, and that's where we want to work. So we're going to be here for about 30 seconds. Okay. Awesome. And then when you're done that, we'll start to creep upwards a little bit. So pec minor, which is going to be above, you're going to work in there. And some of us like to go into the shoulder from there. So feel free to do that. Especially if you feel a bit of tightness in here. It all ends up being connected anyways. So this is all related. So definitely, by all means, you don't need to be copying exactly what I'm doing. You can definitely work where you need it the most. And you can go all the way in. Some of us do have a lot of tightness in right where the sternum is, right where that muscle kind of attaches. So feel free to work your way all the way into the middle of your chest. A few more seconds here. Okay, and then we're going to come up into the neck muscles. So neck and traps. So traps are going to lie right up in this area here between your shoulder, kind of where, like, if you can see my tank top, where a tank top would lie. So right in here, you can do a seesaw action with your hands, or like little mini circles. Or for those of you that are needing a bit deeper, you can do the pinch and release version. Okay, so whatever works for you. And then you could start to work up into those neck muscles, because these can get pretty tender, pretty tight as well. So once again, work where you need it the most, or where it feels the best for you today. Okay, good. And then today we are going to do the trap release. So sitting up nice and tall. Okay, go ahead and pin on the trap, and then make sure your chin is slightly tucked, and then you're going to peel your ear away. Okay, so nice and tall, peel your ear away. And 4. Okay, 10 of these. So as we do that peel away, you should start to feel a bit of length in that muscle or in that neck. And if you don't, then we probably need to move where you're pinching the fingers or where you're pushing down. So just kind of move around, see if you don't feel much change, then maybe you just need to move and find a new spot. So a hint, it's not going to be super far back. It's going to be like basically somewhere along the top of that shoulder. Okay, good. Shake that out. Go ahead and give your head a little tip. If you did get any release work, you probably see it on mine. You're going to get a lot more range now on that side that you just released. So that's the goal, is to try and find a new length. Okay. And then we're going to repeat all of this to the other side. So we start with pec. So we talked about how to find this. And getting in and around that breast tissue, working where it feels tight. Watch, sometimes when we work a little too intensely, we can start to creep and relax. Not relax. We tend to tense a little bit with the other muscles. So if that's happening, just back off a little bit. It just means you're going a little too intense in that digging around. It doesn't have to be painful or anything like that. We just want to make sure we're keeping that nervous system calm as we do this. Okay, and then we start to creep up into that pec minor. And then option, if you want to start going out into that anterior shoulder, feel free. I know some of us like that. It's September 1 today. For those of you that had no idea, I had no idea until a few hours ago. Pretty crazy. But we have amazing weather, and to me, it's still summer. So that's good. Okay, and now we're going to come up into that trap muscle. So same as before, we want to think of working right kind of where a strap would lie, or up into the neck, if that's something that feels good. And the options are like a seesaw version or a circular. Once again, your ball can be used here as well. And then that pinching aspect. Okay, so whatever works for you, there's no wrong way or right way to do this. As long as you're getting that meaty section, you're not just working right on where you only feel bone. There's no benefit to being there. But no wrong way to hit this spot otherwise. Okay, and then once you've finished that up, go ahead and find the area. This is a little bit more technical, this one. So getting the fingers, think of pinching down right onto that trap. Make sure that the chin is slightly tucked. We never want to have our head hanging forward like this, okay? Or you won't feel the release. So make sure we're stacked right over that C-spine. Go ahead and push down, and then you're going to peel your ear away to the other side, okay? Good, and peel. And just a heads up, Doreen, I think your mic's on. If you don't mind muting. Not sure if you knew. And thank you. And peel. And peel. Good. And peel. Nice. Okay, tempo doesn't have to be exactly like mine. I'm just guiding. You want to slow it down a bit, that's fine. No worries, Doreen. And peel. And good, awesome. Okay, good. So now we're going to go right into cat-cow. So I like to start with this quite a bit. So we're going to tuck your chin. One, we're going to round the shoulders and round the spine. So everything's going to come all the way down and collapse around those legs. So we might be looking behind the legs to the back of the chair. We might be looking right at the legs. We might be looking down at our thighs, however far you can go. Just think of rounding that spine. Taking a deep breath at the bottom. Slowly rolling up, slowly through the spine. Hands are going to go behind you in some way. So I need your hands to be on something solid, whether it's right behind you or on the armrests of your chair. And you're going to use those hands to leverage. So push into the surface, bring those shoulders back, and then reach your heart up to the ceiling. So the leverage is for a reason. We want to try and get that nice full spinal extension that we wouldn't get without. Okay, and then take a deep breath. Excellent. And then we come on down, tucking that chin, rounding in the spine. All the way down. Slowly. Take a deep breath at the bottom, in or out. Slowly find your way back up. If you need to use your hands, that's fine to crawl back up on your lap. Hands behind you or on the stable surface next to you. Reach the heart up to the ceiling. Tuck those shoulder blades into your back pockets. Expose your neck. Eyes to the ceiling. Take a deep breath here. Okay, we are doing 3 more as a group. Here we go. Tucking that chin, rounding in the spine. Slowly rolling down. Deep breath at the bottom. That's your cue to slowly come back up. Okay, hands behind you or on the surface. Reach that heart to the ceiling. And beautiful. And we do this again, last 2, tucking that chin all the way down. Okay, deep breath at the bottom. Slowly rolling up. So if you can imagine the shape your spine is making in both of these end positions, they're the opposite, right? So we want to try and make nice big C curves out of the back in both positions, but just oppositional. Deep breath. And then we do this again last time, tucking the chin. Slowly rolling down. And good. Slowly rolling back up after you take a deep breath in or out at the bottom. Hands behind you, heart up to the ceiling. Expose that neck. Push into those hands. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And awesome. From there, we're going to do some half circles. So in the neck, we're going to go half circle and 1. Half circle, nice, and 2. Half circle and 3. And nice. Two more, everybody. And now we're going to do shoulder rolls, only one side. So rolling forward 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6. Good. This is 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And then we're going to do the other shoulder coming forward 1, same direction, 2 and 3 and 4, coming forward 5 and 6. Make sure it's the shoulder moving. We're not moving the elbow at all. And awesome. Now we go backwards, other side, 1 and 2, 3, 4. That's it. And 6, 8, 9, and then other side. Awesome. Same directions. We go back and 2, nice and big, warming up those shoulder blades. And 6, 7, and 8. This is 9 and 10. Now we're going to do an isometric hold. So we're going to rotate and you're going to look over your shoulder. Try and keep your shoulders down away from your ears, lifting in that chest. You're on the clock here for 30 seconds. And here we go. So no one should be looking at the monitor. We should be all rotating, even if it's not a very big rotation, we're still trying. And you're breathing. Three, 2, this is 1, and awesome. Other side. Marn, also, thank you for the email, just acknowledging I got it and I forwarded it. Thank you for that today. And all the way over other side, nice and tall. Shoulders rolling back. Remember, if you can't breathe anymore in this position, then you're twisting a little bit too much. So just back it off a tad. Okay, otherwise we're here for 30 seconds. Three, 2, and awesome. Good. Okay, we're going to go into a nice big side stretch. So we're going to reach up, keep those feet flat on the floor. If you want support, you can put your elbow somewhere. Reach up and over, try and expose that armpit. 3, 2, 1, nice big side bend. If you get this nice and big, some of us, not everybody, some of us might even feel it into the hip. So into the front of that hip, that's awesome. Okay, not necessary, but if you do, then you're on the right track. If we don't expose the armpit and we start to round forward, you won't have a good of a chance of stretching out the muscle there. So try and get that nice big side stretch. You might feel it even up here by the armpit. That's also great. All the way up. Good. 4 more here and reach. Make sure you're trying to reach into space. Nice big shapes. And this is 2. And this is 3. 2 more here. Reach those fingertips. And last one, reach. And awesome. Okay, you're going to rotate again, but we're going to do it with the dowel. So you're going to grab your dowel. We've done this pattern before. Hands are going to be down, slightly wider than your shoulders. Rotate, press, bring it in, rotate, press, bring it in, rotate, press. Okay, and we're going. We'll call this 1. And rotate. Today we're doing 30. Keep that chest tall. The goal with this is to not slouch or get smaller. We want to think you're getting taller, even when we move. Okay, one arm is punching or one hand is punching, the other hand is staying in its place. So you're really only moving one hand at a time. Only one arm is extending. Okay, and we're halfway. Keep that breath going. Seven, 8. 1, last 5 here. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Good. Okay. From there, we're going to do a rotation, but from an overhead position. So still with the dowel, we're going to come on up. We're going to rotate with the arms above our head, rotate with the arms above our head, and then come on down. So tons of rotation today. Here we go. That was 1. Okay. Or, well, that'll be the example. We'll start now as a group. Okay. We're doing 10 of these. So up, rotate one way, rotate the other way. I'm not picky on which way you want to go first, and bring it down. And we do this again. Okay. The biggest goal with this is if you are able to get that dowel right above the crown of your head. So that's step 1. Okay. Then the goal, the hard part, is to keep it there as you do your rotation. Okay. I see a lot of falling forward as we rotate because the traps want to start helping, but we want to think of rotating from the belly button height. So even if the rotation isn't very big or you don't feel like you're moving a lot, that's fine. I would rather you get very little movement in the trunk and not use our traps to do it. Okay. Last 4 here. Exhaling on the rotation is going to help you. So right here, exhale, exhale, and then inhale as you bring your hands down. And then we prep for exhale. Exhale, just the suggestion, but this will be the most efficient way to get your core engaged in your rotation. And again. Okay, no wiggle parties in the hips. So it's only belly button height moving. And bring it down. Awesome. Okay, take a little break from that for your shoulders. Okay, we're going to do a staying alive variation. Okay, so this is also called a sword pull if you're on the Ocean Insider Club site, where we don't have the cohort going right now, but I know some of us are on that site still. So if you need to find it, that's what it's under. Go ahead and anchor your band, probably a lighter band. So if you have more than one band, I would pick a lighter sided band. Okay, anchor it to one hip, and then the other one, we want to lie the band right in the palm of our hand. Okay, so this one, I see a lot of confusions in how to hold. So notice you're just going to open your palm. It's really simple. And then you're just going to put it on top, and that's how we hold it. Okay, so there's no twisting. The palm isn't down. It's just a simple right across the palm. And it's like you're hitchhiking up. Okay. So from there, that's what we do. So you're going to hitchhike, come all the way up, almost like you're going to bring it to the corner. Think Saturday Night Live and come on up, or Saturday Night Fever. Sorry. Saturday Night Live, Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta, up and down. Nice, everybody. We're going to do 10 of these. Keeping your chest nice and lifted. Okay, 2 more. And then we go to the other side. Good. Okay. So now you're going to wrap the band somehow or anchor it to the other side. Watch this again. Palm is up. And just lie it right in the middle of your hand, the end of the band. Okay. Other side. 3, 2, and 1. We hitchhike with that thumb. Staying alive. Bring it back down. Notice how I'm bending my elbow. So it's okay to have an elbow bend as you do this move today. And 3. There's different variations of this, and this is what we're going to do today. Okay, nice. And 6. Only 10 today. And that's 10, and take a little break. Awesome. Good. Okay. Go ahead. Today, we're going to be doing another pull apart exercise-ish. So probably the same band you were using would be fine for this. If you need help with grip, go ahead and loop them around your hands, and you're going to bring your arms straight. Okay. Otherwise, you can just hold, and we're going to do a pull apart across the chest, but with elbows straight. So you're going to break the band across the chest and then bring it right back in. If this doesn't work because you fall forward or you need more stability, you can always do this along a table. So you could rest your hands on a tabletop and you could do it that way, or you could put a chest strap on. Okay, those would be 2 good options. You can slightly bend your elbows. It just changes it the exercise just a little bit. So I would just say those first 2 options are probably going to be the best bet. Okay. The other option is you could do 1 and then bring your hands down to get your stability every time. Okay. Otherwise, we're all coming here. 3, 2, and this is also 10 reps. Focus on that back body, squeezing those shoulder blades. And I'm trying my best to get the band all the way to my chest. Almost like I'm going to pull it apart. Two more. And 10, and take that down. Awesome. Get a sip of water. And then we're going to do these 2 one more time. So we have our staying alive with the band and then our pull aparts. So not a long break, just enough to grab a sip, and then we're getting started. If you have very much have a dominant side, go ahead and start with that side first. Again, otherwise you're going to switch your leading hand. So I'm going to start with my other side. And here we go. 3, 2, thumb is going to go up. 1, staying alive, and bring it back down. Okay, and eyes can just be forward on this one. We just want to keep the neck nice and neutral. And that's going to help keep our shoulders in position. And 1 more on this side to 10. And then we switch. Excellent. Okay, here we go. Getting your other side ready in 3, 2, 1, and we are off. Six. Good. Two more. And 10, and beautiful. Okay, go ahead and start your pull apart. So palms are down, arms are extended. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Break that band, pull it apart right across your chest. And this is 8, 9. And this is our last one, 10, and take a little break. Good. Okay. Go ahead and set the band aside. Don't get rid of it. And we're going to start with our single weight. Okay. We're going to be doing a bent over row. I didn't say this at the beginning, but some of us might need a little bit of support. So it could be a pillow. It could be a block, something that when you tip forward, you can still keep that nice long spine and we're not rounding down like this, like in cat-cow. Okay. So if you feel like you need support and you need that to stay tall and keep those shoulders back, by all means, go ahead and grab something. Okay. If you have a hinge practice and you know that you can hinge forward with a long spine, okay, and you don't need that support there, then just don't use support. The other option is to use your hand. So we can always add a little bit of support. I'm not sure if you can see this, but you can always add a little bit of support with just your hand. So I'm using my hand a little bit in case my trunk gets tired here, and then we can do a row like this. Okay, so there's kind of 3 options. Okay, so go ahead and pick your option. We're only doing one side. We're going to do 15 reps on one side. Okay, so this is why I didn't give a weight limit. This is a little higher reps than I usually give for the bent over row in this class anyways. Okay, and then we're going to switch sides. So 15, 15. If you only have one source of weight and 15 is too much for you, totally fine. Do your max, whatever that is, and then just wait for us to catch up, and then we'll meet on the other side. Okay, here we go. Finding your position, hinging from the waist, hand for support if you need it on your thigh or not. Block here if you need it, and here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Nice long in the back of the neck, and we're thinking of squeezing that shoulder blade. Breathing. Elbows driving back and down. Okay, and make sure you're really hinging forward so we can use those back muscles and not just the traps in the upper neck. Okay, last 3. 1, 2, and that's 3. Good. And then slowly come up to do the other side. Okay. So that comment I made, I don't really give that cue a whole lot. So just so we're clear, what happens is if we're not hinging forward enough, if we end up just being up in here, what happens is we start to get the trap doing all the work, which we want to get out of. So we have to be hinging far enough to where you can see you can see my neck the whole time. So my shoulder is staying down. It's not coming up to my ear. Okay, so that's why if we need the support, go ahead and use it so that you can hinge forward enough. Okay, here we go. Other side. So coming forward. Okay, hand supporting if you need it, whatever it is that you need. 3, 2, and 1. Other side here for 15. Last 5 here. Everybody should be looking eyes on the floor or slightly in front of the floor. 3, 2, and 1. And slowly release that. Beautiful. Okay, today we're going to be setting that with a row in a horizontal plane. So we're actually doing 2 rows back to back, but this one is both arms at the same time. So you're going to grab your band. Okay, you're going to kick out a leg or both legs, and you're going to loop your band around your feet and or foot. And if that's not available to you, you can use a door or the bottom of your foot plate if it's not too far under you. Some people, like on a scooter or something, you could loop it over the handles, right? Okay, and we're going to do the same action we just did, but now we're sitting tall and we're here. So we're doing a row horizontal from the floor. with both hands, okay? Here we go. Grabbing your band. I didn't give a tension suggestion on this. If you have more than one band, it would probably be a bit heavier than the band you used on our pull parts. Okay. All right, here we go. 15 reps on this. 3, 2, and 1. Rowing, keeping that chest nice and lifted. And this is 10. Last 5. Breathing, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. And 5, and relax. Good. Okay, with that, we're going to make it a triple set. Go ahead and grab your dowel. We are going to be like the dragon boaters today. So instead of our typical kayak, which we do switches, we're going to actually pretend like we're in a dragon boat. So dragon boaters only paddle off to one side. Okay. So you're going to go over and then back to center and then over to the other side again. Okay. So we're going to do all one side. Dragon boaters also do this on the top of their paddle. You don't have to. We might have a dragon boater in here today. So if you want to do that because you do that sport, that's fine. Otherwise, let's just stick with the neutral. Okay, because then when you're done 30 seconds here, you're going to switch and you're going to go 30 seconds on the other side. Okay, here we go. Getting on the clock. 3, 2, start on any side you'd like. 1, and go. So only one side. Drive, rotate. Rotate through the belly button, rotating through the trunk. No wiggle parties in those hips. Think of driving down into that imaginary water line. Unlike the couch I'm sitting on, you should be driving deep, really far down. 3, 2, 1. That's your switch. And go. Other side. If you feel like one side is a lot harder than the other, just take notice of that for yourself. Nice, everybody. Keep going. 10 seconds. You can see the finish line. We're picking up on the other boat. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and time. Beautiful. Okay, 40-second time break because this is a little longer circuit. And then we're going through all 3 of those again. Okay. It feels long because we're splitting up the bent over row with the dumbbell into 2 sides. Okay, so grab your water. Now's the time to ask questions if you have any. Okay, and last 8 seconds, and then we're getting started. So remember, we're starting with the dumbbell. It was quite a while ago. Probably feels like. Get your support for your chest if you need it. Okay, and here we go. Once again, if you don't have a dominant side, go ahead and switch your sides. If you know you have a very dominant side and you need that side to set your body up, go ahead and start with that side. So I'm going to start with my other side this time. Hinging forward, eyes on the floor, nice long in the back of the neck. Chest is lifted. 3, 2, 1, and we go. 15 reps here on one side. Okay, remember we talked about really hinging forward so we get out of that neck. And one more here. Good. Come on up. Switch. Saw some nice positions there. Hinge forward. Here we go. Other side. Shoulders are back. 3. Chest is lifted. 2. 1, and we're off. I want you to think of squeezing that armpit, driving that elbow down and back, not up to the ceiling, down and back, behind you. Feel that shoulder blade gliding along the back to the middle of the spine. Last 5. And 5. Good. Okay, set that aside. Grab your band. Hooking it around your foot plate, front of the scooter, foot, feet, using a door, whatever you want. Okay, here we go. I'm only turning sideways so that y'all can see my profile. Don't feel like you have to do that. You can keep looking at the screen. Okay, eyes are forward. Roll those shoulders back before you even start. Here we go. 3, 2, and we're off. So this would probably be for most of us a row from a low point because it's going to be anchoring near the floor. Okay. So even more with this one, we need to think down on the back for the squeeze. It's really low at the low tail end of the shoulder blades, right where the bottoms of our shoulder blade wings are. They're in the shape of wings almost. Last 5 here. So think of that squeeze happening really low, and that's going to help you activate those muscles that typically don't get used a lot. And that is 5. Beautiful. Okay, letting that go. We have our dragon boat paddling series. So I asked you before to notice which side feels a lot more challenging. Okay, so I want you to start on that side this time. Okay, you ready? Here we go. 30 seconds and 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice and big, all off to one side. Feet are planted, no movement in those hips. Keep that breath going. Everybody's doing great. Exhale in the rotation. If you can. 3, get ready to switch. And we're switching other way. 1. Keep going, everybody. Really drive that paddle down. Three, 2, 1, and time. Awesome, everybody. Okay, 30-second break only, and we're going to see how much of this we can get out again. Okay, so it's a little shorter break. Grab your glass of water, get a sip real quick. Getting right back into your bent over row. We have one more round. Okay, get that support if you need it. It's also okay if you didn't use support, but now you feel like you're getting a little tired or your trunk needs support. It's okay to switch it up. There's not a problem with that. It doesn't always have to be the same with every rep or every set. Okay, enough chatting from me. Here we go. Picking a side to start with, hinging forward. 3, 2, roll those shoulders back. 1, nice and long in the back of the neck. Here we go. 1, 2. Elbow goes down and back. More importantly, elbow is going back behind you. So that will help keep the shoulder away from that ear. Eyes on the floor, nice long neck. And we're breathing. 15 on each side. And that was my 15. So switching, other side when you're ready. 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Feel those lats working. Get that armpit squeeze. Nice and long in the neck and the back. Remember, if we're collapsing, you're not going to be able to access these muscles. So use that support if you need it. Staying long and staying tall is key. Okay, last 5 here. And 5. Nice. Good. Okay, set that away. Here we go. Row. Hooking around the foot or feet or foot plate or using the door. Whatever you want as your anchor point, just make sure it's low and in front of you. 3, 2, and 1. Drive, and our eyes are just looking right ahead as like where the anchor point is. So you don't have to necessarily look down at the anchor point, but we want to look in the line of the row. Lots of back work today. That's it. 9. Keep a nice grip. Use grip aids if you need to. But even if you use grip aids, try and let those hands help a little bit, just so we can always try and build up some of the stability there, some of the strength. 5, 4, 3, and 2. And that's 1. Beautiful. Done with that. Awesome, everybody. This is our last thing today. Go ahead and do your last set of these dragon boat paddling techniques. 30 seconds and 30 seconds. We're on the clock. Are we ready? 3, pick any side you want. 2, 1, and we're off. Okay, no wiggle parties in those hips. I can't stress that enough. Nice, everyone. Keep rotating. You're at the final, like last minute of class right now. So keep that going. Getting ready to switch. Here we go. Other side. 1. If this feels good and your tempo has been consistent, I challenge you to speed it up for these last 20 seconds. Try and get that heart rate up. Get a little warm in your body. Feel that trunk rotating. Nice and tall. Don't forget to stay tall. You have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and relax. Awesome, everybody. Nice high energy ending there. All right. Thank you so much. That was class today. I'll probably see a lot of you tonight if you're going to the park volunteer appreciation party. So I look forward to seeing some of you there. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you all next week. I hope you have a great week. I'll stay on for a minute or 2 to answer any questions you may have.
Thanks, Megan. Have
Thanks,
fun
Janice.
tonight.
Thank
Woo!
you. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Doreen.
Bye, everybody.
Hope you're doing okay.
Sorry, I can't make it. Tell everyone I said hello.
I will. Yeah, I'll tell everyone. Is Kim coming?
No, she's in Alaska. She can't make it either.
Oh, well, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. I'll let everyone know you said hi.
and Kim too.
I will for sure. Awesome. Thanks, Lauren. All right. See everyone next week. Thanks, Jasmine.
Thanks, Jasmine.